Hello and welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. This show is all about helping members of the public to sell their antiques for the very best price. The dealers on the show today are David Ford. I'm in the money. Then we've got Debbie.
Ooh, Mrs.
Then we've got Tim from Yorkshire.
Timmy's table, you will be treated right here.
And then we have Ian.
You want more?
Yes, Ian, we want more. You can hear what the public says. Never be too keen to accept the first offer. Sit back and let our dealers make all the running.
Open the purse then, please, Debbie.
We want more. We want more.
You're wavering, I can tell that.
I'm not wavering that much.
You are, I know you're wavering.
Today the show comes to you from Maidenhead in Berkshire. Great crowd of people. They're here for one reason only. They want to walk away with the real deal.
Debbie, thanks for coming on the show.
No problem.
Are we seeing double? No, there really are two Debbies and two wonderful Dalton Lambeth jugs.
These are lovely because they are sporting memorabilia and I'd like to buy them.
I want at least £500, so to make that, Debbie, give it to me.
And the Duke and auctioneer Matt Haddock are here to help.
I think they're absolutely marvellous. I think they're rare and unusual.
Tell me all you know about these two lovely jugs.
They belong to an old lady friend of mine, and she gave them to me about 5 years ago. They were given to her by her uncle, I believe, that worked for Lambeth Dalton, and they were his retirement present when he left.
My goodness me.
Yeah, I didn't want to sell them while she was alive, but sadly she's passed away, so...
They're magnificent. I love them. And the jugs are by Dalton Lambeth. And Dalton were an interesting factory. They made a huge amount of different types of pottery, from toilet seats and cistern to this sort of thing. Now, generally speaking, these jugs are called stoneware. It's the type of pottery that they're made from. On the outside, we've got slipware detail. This is where the potter will have piped very fine pieces of unfired clay onto the surface of the piece and then kiln fired to harden it. So it's beautifully hand decorated and then infilled with the colours. This pattern tells you that it's late 19th century, early 20th century because it's screaming the Art Nouveau period. Okay. And we've got these wonderful golfing scenes in these panels.
Okay.
What's lovely too is they hold the name. So underneath we've got the great Dalton pottery mark, and we've also got the mark LW, which is L. Waters, who is the designer of the pieces. So that's also nice to have. Yeah. I notice on one of them that there's a chip, but it looks quite as though it's been done for some time.
Probably,
Debbie, is
yeah,
that right?
Yeah. Well, I never done it, so...
Not been done by you?
No.
And otherwise, they look to me as though they're in perfect condition.
What do you think about them, first of all?
It's handsome. Size, nice to have a pair. With an interesting subject. I think they've got every chance of impressing us.
Well, I like them, and I think it's the golfing memorabilia. There are so many people who are crazy. Are you one of those people? About golf?
Personally, no, but as they sell so well, yes.
Where are you going to place your estimation?
£500 to £700 was where I've landed. I would expect the top end. They deserve the top end.
OK. I'm absolutely certain Debbie will be keen to buy these. Let's see what she puts on the table.
So, I guess you want to see the colour of my money.
If you've got some.
50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300.
Go on. You know you want to.
$3.50 for the pair, and I am also taking into account that I'm going to have to pay to have them restored. What do you feel about that?
Could you not get a little bit more out for me?
Would you like to speak to David?
Paying off my mortgage. We're not paying it off.
I can't pay your mortgage off.
No, no, but this is going towards it.
Is it? Is it? That's where the money's going.
Yeah.
Now, I suspect, Debbie,
Yes.
that Debbie over here wants to buy these. And why do I suspect that? Well, Debbie is very knowledgeable in this area of pottery. My independent valuers have gone in at £500 to £700, and I'm not surprised because of the Golf Association. I think Debbie has put a good sporting starting offer on the table, but I'm going to say to you, hold your nerve, hang back a little bit, they are worth more than that.
Open the purse then, please, Debbie.
So, for $4.50 on the table.
Can you do a little bit more for me?
I'm going to go one more 50, and the ball is really in your court. £500, that's $2.50 each, but one is damaged.
Have you closed that purse yet?
I have closed that purse. That's it. I'm not putting any more down, Debbie. There's £500. What do you feel about that?
I'll take that then. If you're not going to open your purse again.
You're not going to the auction with David?
No.
I'm so delighted.
Because I quite like you.
Thanks, Debbie. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Well, they're shaking hands. I'm a little bit disappointed, I have to tell you. Our seller decided not to gamble and not to go to auction. I believe it could have been oh so different had she gambled.
I'm not sure David really approved of me buying those jugs at £500, but it's not his money.
I got it!
And both Debbies are happy about that.
Hi, I'm Ian.
Hello, Ian.
And you are?
Gail's brought in a fabulous pen for Ian Towning, but will he think it's something to write home about?
Mont Blanc pen. There are no diamonds on it. Should I buy it? You just wait and see.
Like £100, and some of Ian's bling if you'll give it me.
He must have a diamond or two to spare.
Don't write anymore?
It's never been used because it was given to my husband and he's left-handed.
What was the occasion that it was given to him?
The firm gave everybody in the firm.
They just presented everybody with a pen?
Yes.
It's about 5-10 years old, is it?
It must be older than that because my husband's been dead 12, so...
12, it's a bit older.
It's about 15, 20.
15, 20 years old. And when you look at them, they're beautifully manufactured. You know, they're absolutely fantastic. And of course, that's the emblem
yes.
of Mont Blanc, which you'll find on anything that they might produce or design or manufacture. These are, as you say, never been used. I mean, look at that. Has it ever had ink in it? Not even
I've
ink.
got the bottle.
You've got a whole bottle of it?
We bought the ink, but never used.
Oh my God, amazing. But when you think of the retail value of it, £500, £600, whatever, second-hand value is very low. And that is the unfortunate thing. In your case, it didn't cost anything, so
No.
it doesn't really matter. It was a gift, so you're lucky. But shall we talk money?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Let's say we start 50, 100, £100. Now you look at me horrified.
Is there any more in there?
That's what I think is worth to me,
Yes.
£100, you know, because it's not an easy item for me to sell. Were you looking for a lot more?
Well, I would like a little bit more.
I
Just
really
a tiny
can't.
bit.
It didn't cost you anything.
No, but it's sentimental value, isn't it?
It's sentimental. It's the sentimental value
Yes.
you want me to pay for.
Yes.
Okay, I get it. That's a little bit more. £10. Okay, so we have 110 now on the table.
Yes. And you've got a deal.
We've got a deal.
We've
Shall we
got a
shake
deal.
on it? 1, Thank you for
Thank
bringing
you
it
very
along.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Gail's thrilled with that.
Oh, I thoroughly enjoyed it. He's a lovely man. And I got £10 more than I expected.
Now I've got a one thing. I can sign all these autographs.
Don't forget one for Gail. It might look like Aladdin's lamp, but it's a silver teapot. So will David Ford make Charmaine's wish come true.
I'd like about £500 for it, and I'm quite good at negotiating, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, there's nothing like a nice cup of tea out of a genuine silver teapot. So I'll try and buy that. So why are you thinking of selling this nice silver teapot?
Well, I'd like to put some money towards a car.
A car?
Yes, if possible.
OK. So how did this become part of your life, Charmaine?
It used to belong to my husband's mother.
Mother-in-law?
Yeah.
So it's not something you use and
We've had it in a display cabinet for about 9 years now.
And you don't like cleaning it?
Could be that.
Let's have a look at it. It's got nice cast feet with these little acanthus casting marks. And some lovely clear marks on the bottom.
Yeah.
Here we've got Victoria wearing a bun, so we know it's early Victorian, and it's called Bunhead at that stage. We've got what is called Lion Passant, which is a lion in sort of full length, and the date letter, I think, for 1850. And in the middle is the maker's mark, which is GA, which I think is George Angel. Hallmarks have been in existence for about 700 years. Edward I, he introduced assay marks on English silver so that they adhered to sterling standards.
Oh.
And it's been applied really ever since. But it's just an interesting thing about marks, how invaluable they are to people who collect silver. I mean, it's a nice pot. On the handle here are these little ivory bits put in, and there's a good reason for those. When you've got hot tea inside this, it makes the handle very hot. And these little ivory fillets stop the heat being conducted through into the handle, so it keeps the handle cool. Very practical. It's in quite nice condition. It's reasonably heavy, weighs about 20 ounces. So it has a scrap value. Well, that's all the technical stuff, but you want to know how much it's worth, don't you?
I do.
That's why you're here. You want some money.
I do,
I
I do.
know. Shall I get some out?
That'd be nice.
50, 100, 150. I'm going to the other pocket. 170 pounds for your pot, which gives me a chance of making a profit. And here's David, who's going to tell me it's not enough.
Well,
I think it is.
In some ways it's not, Charmaine, and I'll tell you why. The scrap silver alone is about £205. That's not counting for the beautiful workmanship. £200 to £300 is the estimation. So I'm going to say, unless you get £250, come with David to the auction and someone will see the value in that. It's worth over £200 to melt it, and we shouldn't want to melt that lovely object.
Thank you.
Well, there we are. Good advice.
Could you give me a little bit more, please?
More. You obviously watched this programme, so you've heard everybody say that.
It's my favourite.
Can I have some more? £170. You see, I think really, that's it, really. You could try your luck at auction.
Okay. I think I'll take it to auction then.
I think you should,
Okay,
in a
thank you.
way. Charmaine, I wish you every success.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That was nowhere near what I wanted. I'm confident I could get the 500 at auction.
Was that a mistake? Do you know, possibly. I should have paid a little bit more.
It's too late now, David. And auctioneer Matt reckons Charmaine can do better in the sale room.
I think the money that's been offered today at 170 is based purely on the scrap, and actually we've considered this thing a little bit better, 200 to 300 as an object. Time will tell.
Let's see what's brewing in the sale room.
£200 is the reserve. Do you feel lucky?
I feel lucky, yeah.
She feels lucky.
I feel lucky.
I'm hoping we are lucky. They're not easy to sell in the sale room, but let's see what happens.
Lot number 75A now. This is nice, the mid-19th century hallmark silver teapot by George Angel. I've got plenty of interest. I'm starting with me at 260, 270, 280 is the next bid. With me for £270, 280 I'll take.
Good maker, you see. Good silversmith.
290, 300. £300 is bid. The book is beating us in the room now at £300, then in the room and selling for 300.
We like that. £300. There is the dreaded commission to take off. So a quick calculation, I make it £246. First reaction?
Yeah, I'm happy.
OK. On the day, you turn down 170 from David Ford. You're going home with a £246. It's going towards the kitty for a new car.
That's
Smile
right.
on your face.
Smile, yeah.
We're
Happy.
smiling here, we're selling. That's the real deal.
I'm happy, and the money's going to go to a new car. I made the absolute right decision to come to auction. David Ford, you definitely missed out big time.
Could have been mine.
Hiya, Jim.
Jim's brought in a fantastic collection of Boer War memorabilia for Tim, but he's not going to sell without a fight.
I think Tim is a good dealer. He's a Yorkshireman. I'll have some trouble getting money out of him, but I'll do my best. 400 plus, I should think.
I have to buy these medals. I can't let them walk away from my table. I want to buy them.
You know what to do.
This is a smashing little collection you've got here. Tell me, who do these medals belong to?
It all belongs to my grandfather, or belonged to my grandfather. He served in the Boer War. He went missing. They were captured. Nobody knew where they were, and he was presumed dead. And they put his name on Spy & Cop, and his name is on Spy & Cop today.
Right.
And it's a monument to all the people that died in the Boer War.
But he didn't die.
And he wasn't dead, obviously. You know,
he came
back home. Yeah.
What a fantastic story. He's got a Queen Victoria South Africa medal.
Yep.
So that's Queen Victoria there with the Empress of India crown on. And this has got 3 bars here. So these mean the battles where this soldier was at. So he was at the Transvaal, the Relief of Ladysmith and the Orange Free State. And because Queen Victoria died in 1901 and the Boer War was still going on, you then have the King's South Africa medal as well. And then he went on to be South Africa 1902, South Africa 1901.
Yeah.
So there's his name, F. Hayward.
He was a sergeant then.
Yes, and he was in the Lancashire Fusiliers.
Yeah.
Nice to have the King and Queen medal. And then we've got this little photograph here. So which one on there is he, Jim?
He's this one here.
This one here?
Yeah. And he's got the bandolier on.
He's got it round him, hasn't he? Yeah. And obviously this is for his munitions.
That's right.
To put in while he's in battle,
That's
really.
right. He kept his chocolate rations. It's still got the chocolates in it.
So we've got, obviously, Queen Victoria, Queen Victoria's cipher, and 1900. If we just have a look in there, we've got his chocolate.
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable that he didn't eat that.
No, he didn't like chocolate.
Oh, well, that's why.
That's right. That's why you got the chocolate rations as well, yeah.
So what we've got to bear in mind is the condition of that tin is fantastic. You know, we're talking about over 100 years old.
Yeah.
And altogether, it's a fantastic package, really. Why are you selling this, Jim?
Well, I'm getting on now.
Never. You're not but a spring chicken.
I'm old enough to be your dad. But it's just been sat in a drawer and the band's been in my garage. You know, it's got to go, really. Yeah.
And if you were to sell them today, Jim, what would you use the money for?
Well, what I want to use it for is put it towards a trip to that area of Africa, and I want to go and see it all, see where he was, and travel around there.
Right. Well, it costs you a bit of money to get to
I
South
know,
Africa.
a Yorkshireman, you know.
I am a Yorkshireman,
Yeah,
and you're a Lancashireman.
That's right.
Yeah, I can tell. Right, so this is sort of like Yorkshire versus Lancashire, isn't it?
Yeah,
right.
definitely.
So 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, £300.
No.
No? When I do that with my nose, when I go like that, I'm trying to read you.
Shall I do that?
You throw me off the scent, right? £350. £400.
You're getting close.
You're wavering, I can tell that.
I'm not wavering that much.
You are, I know you're wavering.
No, no.
Well, what about £420?
You're getting warm.
I think I'm pretty warm. I think it's as hot in here as it will be in South Africa.
It's not hot yet. $450 and it's yours.
I don't know if I want to pay $450, Jim.
Yes, you do.
I don't know if I do.
You'll get it back. You know you will. I can tell with your face you will. You know, at the end when it comes on and it says tin made £60, £70, £80.
Well, I've got to hand it to you. You've got a lot of spiel, you. What about?
Never mind what about. You know, what about another of them red ones?
What about 440, Jim?
No.
We're near.
Listen, you're not going to lose it for a tenner, are you? As the old saying goes.
No, but you know, you wouldn't begrudge a poor antique stealer.
Yeah, a Yorkshireman, I would.
I suppose I'm going to have to bite the bullet here, Jim. I'm going to take those out, put that in, shake my hand.
That's brilliant. I'll do that.
Cheers.
Blimey, that's another seller getting more than they hoped for.
Jim's from Lancashire, I'm from Yorkshire. It was a battle of the roses, but Yorkshire won the battle in the end.
Yeah, I'm really glad I got the 450. It's going towards a holiday to the Natal region to see where my granddad fought.
That's a pretty good way to spend Tim's money.
Hello, Sue. I'm David.
Sue's brought in a lovely pair of watercolours for David Ford, but will they cost a pretty penny?
I'm very good at haggling, so I'm hoping to get as much money as possible.
David likes the picture. We'll see how we get on. So what do you know about them and how did they become part of your life?
I inherited them from a very dear friend about 2 years ago.
I see. And you've had them on the wall?
No, they've been in a box in the spare room.
Oh, I see.
Because they're not my cup of tea, really.
She's quite a nice artist, actually. Mary Elizabeth Duffield. They're signed by. Sort of 19th century artist. She died in about 1914, I think, that sort of date. These, I would imagine, later works because they're becoming quite simple. But most of her work is sort of 1890. That's when she was prolific, 1880, 1890. Mainly painted in watercolours, and mostly flowers. Sometimes far more dense, if you like, more colours, more flowers. These have lost colour. I don't know whether they've been in the sun.
She did have them hanging on her bedroom wall.
And maybe the sun had a go at them and they've faded a bit. They've lost the vibrancy of colour they would originally have had.
Yeah.
But they're nice. It's a geranium.
Yep.
Falling over.
Yep.
And this one is a rose, presumably, and a little pansy here. A lot of detail. Sadly, it's got a few little spots here, which is foxy, which is damp. It's a damp mark. So if you did sell them and I bought them for a small pittance, what would you do with the money, do you think?
Well, it's my grandson's birthday today, so some of the money will go to him.
Well, I better try hard then. Shall I get some money out?
Yes, please.
Right. 20, 40, £50. How does that sound to you?
I was hoping for a bit more than that.
Do you know, everybody says that. £60. Maybe another one. £70 on the table. Ah, here's David. He'll give us some advice.
Sue, Mary Elizabeth Duffield, we've looked at past records of her work. She can bring several hundreds for pictures, but larger size pictures. My independent dealers have come in with what seems a very cautious estimate, £50 to £80. It sounds cautious, but the truth of the matter is, in the sale room today, this kind of subject matter is difficult to sell. that represents a fair commercial price today with the marketplace as it is?
£70, Sue. How do you feel?
Okay.
We have a deal. Okay, lovely. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
I was very happy with the deal from David. He's a very nice guy, and my grandson will be very pleased.
Can I sell them? Of course I can.
That's the spirit, David.
Hi, I'm Ian.
Next to step into the ring with Ian is David.
I brought in my wife's jewellery and I'd like as much money as I can get for it.
Well, fancy sending me jewellery. I hate it, but I'll force myself into buying it.
Oh, you martyr.
I see you've got 2 pieces of jewellery to tempt my appetite with.
I hope so.
Are they yours?
No, it was my wife's.
That's very attractive, and why are you selling them?
Well, my wife passed away earlier this year.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
They're no use to me, you know, so that's why.
You could make them larger to fit your fingers.
No, I've got enough of my own.
You've got enough of your own. Well, we have in this one here, opal, Australian opal and diamond. The opal is fine. It's been used, it's been worn.
Oh.
It's natural that it's going to get scratches. It only needs a little bit of a polish.
She never took them all off when she'd done any washing up and all that.
You know, I never wear any jewellery in the kitchen at all, or in the garden, except around my neck. It is hallmarked, and it's hallmarked 18 carat. It was made in Sheffield in the 1980s. Then we have here black to grey pearl, and they're noted to come from Tahitian. Whenever you say this color pearl, you know immediately it is a Tahitian cultured pearl. Well, this is 18 karat white gold. It's probably from about the same sort of period, in the 70s, 80s.
She had a matching pair of
Earrings.
Yeah,
Lovely.
but smaller. But,
Well, that's how, you know, you develop your jewelry collection. You know? You start off with the diamond clip, then the diamond bracelet, then the diamond ring, then the diamond, you know, everything.
taking you a long time to get yours.
It doesn't take a long time, you know. It takes a lot of money. I gauge my pricing on the fact that they're modern, okay? So don't get me wrong with my prices,
No.
okay? So let's talk money, shall we? So 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450. To me, that's what they're worth, because they're modern pieces of jewelry. You probably paid that for 1 ring or more. A lot more. I imagine you would have paid about 800 for that. I don't know.
17.
1,700. That's crazy money. We have David coming in.
Yes.
Now, David, what has this young gentleman offered you for your wonderful jewels?
We're at the moment at 450.
450? Now, normally I'm coming along to this young gentleman and I'm saying, what are we going to do with him? You want more? Yes, Ian, I'm saying we do want more. Now, on this occasion, by God, he's got it. He's giving more. So thank you, Ian, for listening to what the public are saying. We want more. We want more. So we've heard all that. Now I have 2 estimations. They are on the low side, in my opinion. As low as £250 and as high as £400. Now, you obviously paid what I would describe as a full retail price. It is not a great deal of money in consideration to what you have paid. So, that's the call. £450 or gamble and go to auction. I don't think they're too much money with what is on the table.
I think I've been very generous. I know it's nothing like what you paid, you know, but unfortunately the market is such that I've paid you more than even the estimates that you've been given by the auctioneers and independent valuers. You know, it's entirely up to you, as David says. Gamble at auction, see what happens, you know.
I think we'll do a deal. I don't want to go to a
If
meeting.
you want to go to auction, you're happy with the deal. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Thank you.
It was great to sit down with Ian, and he's happy, I'm happy.
I was so happy to pay that little bit extra because he was a real gentleman.
Then you'll be chivalrous with your profit margin. Looks like we've saved the best till last. Katie's brought in a spectacular piece of jewellery for Debbie.
Lovely modern necklace, full of diamonds. Let's see what the expectations are of the seller.
I'm hoping for £800.
That's crystal clear then.
Tell me all about this amazing necklace.
Okay, we brought it in Corfu in Greece around 10 years ago. It was a present from my now ex-partner, but...
So you were well and truly spoiled, and now you split up.
Yes, well, he brought it for me because we had an argument the night before.
So that was worth an argument.
Exactly, I know, so I was quite happy. Yeah.
And do you not wear it anymore?
I don't, and I'm scared to wear it out now because I don't want to lose it, and because I know it's worth, you know, quite a bit of money, so it just stays in my wardrobe.
So what we've got is an 18-carat white gold necklace. It's studded with little diamonds, and it's quite sweet because it's been attached in an asymmetric style, so one side hangs slightly shorter than the other. And also these diamonds here are really nice and clear. They're not enormous, but it holds its value because of its diamond content and, of course, the fact that it's made of gold. Slight downside for me is it's not an antique.
I know.
And I'm guessing it wasn't second-hand.
Yeah.
So it was a jewellery shop.
I saw it in the window.
Did you?
And I wanted it. So
you got the persuasive powers.
I did, yeah.
So I'm going to put some money down,
Okay.
and it may not reflect the retail value of it.
Okay.
But, you know, you're the one in control here, not me. Okay. So let's go with some money. 50, 100.
You can keep bringing them.
I can keep. You like those colours?
Yeah, I like those.
150, 200, 250. So that's 300. Katie, what do you think about that?
I think it's too low. Wait,
you do. You know she got this after an argument with her boyfriend.
Well, I was waiting for what do you think about that offer. The word I was expecting was rubbish. Okay, so an ex-friend, an ex-partner, after an argument, thought, how will I make it up to this kind of rather attractive girl? And so thought, I'll impress her and we will be back together again. How long were you back together again?
A few years.
Oh, so it worked. It worked, okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Now, I know for a fact your partner paid a great deal of money for this.
He did. It was almost £5,500.
Well, I have to say, in the retail jewellery market, the markup is huge. It does have about 3 carats of diamonds, but they are very small diamonds. Now, the estimate on this item is £500 to £800. It does sound rather ridiculous for something like that. So I think you and I should go off to the auction where, hopefully, we will find a couple that have had an argument the night before, go down to the auction to make up, and wham bam man, we will have a deal.
I think I would like to take it to auction.
Well, look, before you go, if I increase the offer by 100 more, and that will be me out, that's my final bid.
I would like to take it.
I think that's a great idea. And the one thing I'm going to take home is it's not always a bad thing to have an argument with your other half.
It's not, no.
Well done.
Thank
Good luck.
you. Thank you very much. Couldn't get anywhere near the £800, but I'm really excited to take it to auction.
Who'd want to argue with Katie? She's off to auction. I hope she does really well.
Katie's asking for top money, but does auctioneer Matt think she'll get it?
extremely expensive at retail, and I don't think the 500 to 800 estimate is a cheeky estimate. £400 offered on a day, almost there, but I think we should do a bit better than that at auction.
Katie's hoping for a lot more than that. We'll find out in just a moment whether she gets it. Moments ago, Katie turned down £400 from Debbie for her 18-carat white gold diamond necklace. Now she's at auction. Is she still so confident?
I'm feeling a bit nervous, but I'm glad I've taken the necklace to auction, as Debbie's offer was £400 just wasn't enough.
Everyone's been handling it, plenty of interest, that should go today, no problem at all. £60 sells.
I think this is going to do well. It has the look, it has the appeal, it has the glamour, it has the sparkle, and I've got a feeling there'll be lots of jewellery deals that will want to buy this. The reserve is £500. How confident are you?
I'm hoping to definitely meet the reserve, and anything beyond that would be great.
OK. Is it going to sell? We think so. It's coming up over there.
OK, here we go, number 68, the 18-carat white gold and diamond necklace. There's 3.5 carats of diamonds here, and I've got plenty of interest, and I can't start this below 550, 600, and 650 is the next bid.
650.
650, the bid is beaten, now it's in the room. 700, 50, 800, telephone in around. 850, 900, 950 on the telephone. £1,000, 1,100 is the next bid.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Debbie, what were you thinking about? 400 quid?
1,200, 1,300. For £1,300 then, have we made it? 1,400, 1,500 on the telephone again. 1,600, 1,700. £1,700 still on the telephone. For £1,700 then, your very last chance, £1,700 it sells.
£1,700. We've got the commission. You're going home with £1,394, just under £1,400. First reaction?
Ecstatic, really happy.
Good?
Yeah, brilliant.
You were offered £400 by one of our dealers, Debbie. Commission deducted, you're taking home just under £1,400. Real deal. Debbie, what were you thinking about?
Certainly not the right price, David. She was nearly £1,000 out.
£400 offer was way off. I'm really happy I didn't take it.
You certainly made the right choice. So, have any of our dealers done that well? Debbie hasn't. She only bought the Dalton jugs and hasn't managed to shift them yet.
Blah.
David Ford wasn't too sharp either, as he let the silver teapot go to auction.
And selling for 300.
Should have bought it.
But he was confident about the watercolours.
Can I sell them? Of course I can.
And he was right. First profit of the day. But that was nothing compared with Tim.
You know, at the end when it comes on, and it says tin made £60, £70, £80.
And the rest. But Ian was the only dealer clever enough to snap up both his lots. He bought the Mont Blanc pen, writing himself a healthy paycheck. And splashed the cash, paying over the odds for the rings.
I was so happy to pay that little bit extra.
Just shows you've got to speculate to accumulate. At £50 a piece, that makes him top of the class.
I'm not mean. I'm over-generous.
I wouldn't go that far. And there's still a lesson to be learnt for all our dealers.
Really?
2 spectacular auctions.
Selling for 300.
We like that.
And some tough negotiating.
You're not going to lose it for a tenner, are you?
Have netted our sellers over £3,200. 20 times more than you lot made all day.
Oh, dear me.
Woo!
We've just had a sparkling result here in the sale room. Katie brought along a diamond and gold necklace she acquired 10 years ago. She's just walked out of the room with £1,394. Wow. Now that was a real deal. Don't forget to join me, David Dickinson, next time for Dickinson's Real Deal. See you, and don't be late.